So, the new studio that I've been teasing as we have moved and I'm building a new place is taking a lot longer than expected to get ready. It is still very much a work in progress, although by the time this video goes up, we should be a lot closer. However, this opens the door for an opportunity for me to make a video that I put off for pretty much all of 2020 because I didn't have the big open, not sound treated space to cover. And that is talking about these, the Kaotica Eyeball, which is supposed to be a vocal booth to go, essentially, that you put on your microphone and it deadens your voice so that you don't have a whole lot of the reverb going on. And so I am here in my new studio, which is a 24 by 24 completely unsound treated so far space. And I have just kicked over to the onboard shotgun microphone that I have mounted on my camera, the Rode NTG5. That should give you a hint of just how reverby and echoey the space is now. Now granted, we do already have the carpet tiles down and there is a bunch of stuff in the space, so it's nowhere near as bad as it was when it was just an empty garage, but I don't believe most people are really kind of hoping to record voiceover in quite that bad of a scenario. This is more for people who are traveling and staying in a hotel room or needing to do voiceover in a family space or something where there's not a whole lot of sound treatment. So I have yet to put up any of my sound treatment or any of the plans I have to make this sound a little bit better in this space. And in fact, I even have an air purifier running in the background to add a little bit of fan noise. So they have two different Kaotica Eyeballs on their website. One is designed for standard condenser microphones. And so that is the main one that they usually advertise. So I picked this one up first and I plan on testing with a large diaphragm condenser microphone. But they also have a new one that's designed for dynamic mics, like the Shure SM7B or the Electrovoice RE20. And so that is what I'm going to be testing here first, just because it's already out of the package, and we're going to see how it sounds. So you've been listening to the Electrovoice RE20 as is here now. It is a dynamic microphone, great at background noise rejection. I'm recording into the Sound Devices Mix Pre 3 Mark II and 32-bit float, so we have nothing interfering with how this sounds other than the room itself. So I'll go ahead and do my normal read here, and I've been kind of bouncing between the raw sound and post-process sound that I'm used to. 3 rings for the Elven Kings Under the Sky. Now let's throw this bad boy on and see if it changes the sound at all. Now something to note with installing these, it may look a little silly because the hole is so small. With both of them, they are designed that you take the pop filter element off, and that's what this is here. You can get a couple different colors. It is a dual layer pop filter to help you with plosives, because you will want to get right up on this after deadening the sound. You take this off and then you put the microphone through it. So for dynamic microphones, you have the long end going this way for most of them because they're front address, end address microphones versus the side address microphones of the condenser variety. So you pop that on the front, and this does add a significant amount of weight, and every shock mount, microphone mount, as you can see here, that I have ever used struggles with this, both because of the weight added itself, because this is a lot of dense foam, but also because of just the leverage of it, because it's all in this giant ball right on the end of your microphone, and just the physics of that means that leverage is quite difficult here. All right. So we have it mounted, but I am going to have to fight with it a little bit here to get the actual, to hold it in place. So hopefully we don't end up with too much hand noise. Now, I'm not expecting this to make a significant amount of difference with a dynamic microphone versus a condenser, but we will find out. This really does not want to stay. I don't have a flathead with me. All right, so this is the sound of the Electrovoice RE20 run through the Kaotica Eyeball for the dynamic microphones here. We can turn my camera a little bit here to deaden the sound a little bit. Now you do kind of have to basically have your mouth in it to talk into it because it deadens the sound so much. In fact, you will probably need to crank up your gain on your audio interface. That's actually why I'm recording in 32-bit float. So that's not really a concern in this particular moment, but this is a test 1, 2, 3. This is a microphone test. The microphone is slowly falling over time. Like I said, the added weight of this gets kind of ridiculous. So we're going to go ahead and do my read again here so we can compare back and forth. 3 rings for the Elven Kings Under the Sky. 7 for the Dwarf Lords in their halls of stone. 9 for the mortal men doomed to die. 1 for the Dark Lord on his dark throne. In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie. 1 ring to rule them all. 1 ring to find them. 1 ring to bring them all and in the darkness bind them. In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie. All right, let's do this all again, but with a condenser microphone where I think we will see a significantly better difference, or a more pronounced difference, I should say. This video is brought to you by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography and video, freelancing, and more. I personally recommend checking out the DIY product photography course by Rachel and Daniel from the Mango Street channel for those of you wanting to start your own YouTube channel. Skillshare classes fit your schedule and skill level and combine video lessons with a class project. No matter what 2021 brings, you can spend it creating something meaningful with Skillshare's online classes. It's less than $10 per month with an annual subscription, and the first 1,000 of you to sign up with my link in the video description or going to eposvox.gg/Skillshare free will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. Sign up and check it out. Now, of course, if you were planning on using your own shock mount or your own pop filter or windscreen with your microphone, you will need to remove it to use this with it. However, you will notice that not all microphones will work with this kind of thing. This is the Lewitt LCT 440 Pure, which I was kind of wondering if I could use with this, and you will immediately see that it is almost too short to really work here, especially with the shock mount intact, and I don't have the other mount handy. And it's a square microphone going in a round hole. You're gonna have to really stretch it out to use it there. So I'm actually not gonna go with this microphone for this test. We're gonna go with something more cylindrical. Instead, this is the Blue Baby Bottle SL. It is a wonderful condenser microphone. It is considered a large diaphragm condenser microphone as well. They sent it out to me last year, maybe. Actually, it might have even been 2019. And I've just never gotten around to reviewing it. But it's a wonderful microphone. It's very similar to the baby bottle that Harris Heller used for a while, at least from his music days. Comes in this completely extra overkill wood box and everything. I just don't find that it suits my voice particularly well, and I'm all about, you know, dynamic mics for streaming anyway. Now here we go. This kind of thing will fit in the Kaotica Eyeball. And of course they had to go and include only a shock mount for this versus a standard mount. So we are gonna have to fight it just a little bit. That's all right, because again, I guess we could shove it through the bottom here. That's not how they want you to do it though. But we can make it work. Now this is a microphone test with the large diaphragm condenser microphone. I keep moving over here. The Blue Baby Bottle SL. Test 1, 2, 3. This is a microphone test. Let's go ahead and do our quote here. 3 rings for the Elven Kings under the sky. Now let's shove the foam ball on here and do this. All right, now we're talking into the Blue Baby Bottle SL with the Kaotica Eyeball installed so we can see how it affects the background noise rejection and the like. Test 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go ahead. 3 rings for the Elven Kings under the sky, 7 for the Dwarf Lords in their halls of stone, 9 for the mortal men doomed to die, 1 for the Dark Lord on his dark throne, in the land of Mordor where the shadows lie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Here is my testing. I'm mostly going to let you decide for yourself, but I'm going to go ahead and listen back and see what I think here. And overall, I'm surprised it had a more significant impact than expected in this place. Overall, this place isn't horribly, echoey, reverby, like I said, compared to a bigger hall, or if the carpet wasn't on the floor, this place was way echoey, more echoey before. EposVox, the stream professor here, coming at you from my new studio space, which doesn't look like much of anything. In fact, I'm currently mopping concrete right now. That's how riveting things are going. But it does help. However, the question comes up whether it's worth the expensive price tag that it runs for to get that effect for you versus sound treating a space. Like if this is something you pack and take with you, which good luck due to the sheer size, but for temporary setups, or you're going to a hotel for a weekend, or you're doing events on a show floor where you need voiceover for some reason, it might be worth it if you have the budget. However, if this is a more permanent setup solution for you, I would recommend investing in some more proper sound treatment than sticking a giant foam ball on your microphone. But maybe that's just me. So if you're interested, I'll have non-affiliate links to these in the description down below. I purchased both of these myself out of morbid curiosity. First, I bought the condenser one, and then I saw they had a dynamic one, and I had to grab that one too. And like I said, I've just been putting off making this video until I had a space that I could set it up in that was sound treated or not sound treated enough that it made sense to test in. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more tech education. Come hang out with us over on Discord, discord.gg/EposVox. We've got freebies for your tech or streaming or content creation life that we release every month that should be pretty interesting for you to check out. We're getting back to that this year, and that's where I spend a lot of my time. So even though I'm not posting a lot of videos, I'm still fairly active there. So go check us out. And otherwise, hope you had a great new year. Hope you had a great holiday. I know this year's already started out incredibly bonkers. We'll just leave it at that. But hope you had a great holiday, and I'll see you soon with a more complete and better looking studio. Bye.